The first and last time I talked to Jorge, he was the 6th person in the queue of my COVID-19 contact tracing shift for the Utah Department of Health. I was in the rhythm of selecting a new case of COVID-19, checking their lab results, calling to ask about their symptoms and contacts, and finally recording all my notes on the computer with a few follow-up emails afterward.
Jorge said it was a good time to talk. He seemed to have an easy, patient personality, and I was glad to work with him. But as we continued talking, the situation became far more serious. I discovered that he had been lying on the couch for days, unable to walk around the house without a tight, painful chest, siphoning his breath away. I gave him all the information and encouragement I could, and let him go to call the emergency room. The next day, when I called to follow up, Jorge's son answered and told me how he drove through the night to get his dad to the hospital. Jorge was in the intensive care unit by the time I called, so I answered some questions for his son and thanked him for his efforts. After I hung up, I noted Jorge's status and marked his investigation complete. The hospital would finish his contact tracing now. I will never know what happened to Jorge after that. Contact tracers have access to the records of the people we were working with right then, but after that we cannot look up records for any other reason. We cannot check up on people we care about or friends of friends, not even our own records. I am grateful that most people we talk to fend off the infection without many symptoms, but then that's part of the problem. More often now, people do not know how or when they were infected. The virus slinks silently, and at times I feel like we are chasing the shadow of a shadow. The backbone of our actual contact tracing in Utah is a secure encrypted computer network called EpiTrax, part of our link to the larger National Electronic Disease Surveillance System. Our job is to boil down all the little details of how COVID-19 affects people into something we can record and learn from as the mountains of data continue to pile up. We might be facing this pandemic in the information age now, but for coronavirus, it has always been the information age. A virus is genetic misinformation, pre-packaged to rip apart any cell on its way to another one. This time we have ones, zeros, and the ingenuity of the planet to tip the scale. I am glad for our successes, reverent for those we have lost along the way, and looking forward to how we can all improve together.